In this video, you'll see a demo of Latchel's emergency services. We have an after-hours version and a 24/7 version of our emergency service. In the first half of this demo, we'll review Latchel's process to show you how we take an incoming request, troubleshoot, dispatch, and follow up to ensure the emergency was resolved. In the second half, we'll review configuration and customization options that are supported on our emergency service. Latchel has a 3-step process when taking a maintenance request. The first step is to screen the request to determine if it is a potential emergency. Our reception team uses this screen to determine severity. When our reception team answers the phone, they say, "Welcome to the maintenance line. Can I please get your name and best callback number?" We preload your resident information into Latchel when you sign up so that it's easy for us to match residents to the correct property. The flow you see here is completely customizable. We prompt the resident with a few questions to better understand their issue. We also do some light troubleshooting with your resident to see if there's an easy fix to their problem. Based on the resident's answers, their request will either be marked as an emergency or normal request. Let's submit an emergency leak. Once this emergency has been submitted, our reception team tells the resident to expect a call back from one of our troubleshooting specialists within 20 minutes. This way, your resident doesn't have to wait on hold. They'll receive a call back as soon as one of Latchel's troubleshooters is available. Before moving forward, let's take a look at what would have happened if a non-emergency request was logged by Latchel. Your team receives a real-time email notification with all details regarding the maintenance request. If you use Rent Manager or AppFolio, all maintenance requests can be automatically created in your software system so that no data entry is required. Let's move on to step 2 in our emergency process. Remember the emergency leak that we submitted earlier? Anything that is flagged as an emergency goes to our Tier 2 team of troubleshooters. Everyone on this team has at least 2 years of property management or maintenance experience. Our Tier 2 team calls your resident back to troubleshoot their issue. All calls are recorded and logged right on the work order details page. Our team then dispositions the request after attempting to troubleshoot. We're able to either fix or de-escalate issues up to 50% of the time. This saves you and your clients time and money. Depending on the issue, we may be able to defer the dispatch to the next morning. In this case, we'll say that the issue needs immediate dispatching. Now we're on to our final step, step 3 in the process. Our Tier 2 troubleshooter will now dispatch a service provider for this emergency leak. When you sign up with Latchel, we take a list of your preferred service providers by issue type. Our team calls down your list, calling each provider 3 times and leaving a voicemail. Our goal is to get a verbal confirmation from one of your providers that they can take care of the issue. Just like the original call to troubleshoot, all calls to your service providers are recorded and logged into the job. Let's pretend like we've just called this handyman and they've confirmed they can do the job. Our Tier 2 troubleshooter will set the expected arrival time. Confirmation texts have been sent to both the resident and the service provider. At the end of the time window, they'll each get another text to confirm that the issue was resolved. If either person says that there is still an issue, then our Tier 2 troubleshooting team is alerted and gets back on the job. We've just gone through a cycle of how Latchel's process and software works. Before we discuss customizations, let's look at real-time email notifications that were sent to the property manager during the process. The most recent email notification alerted the property manager that we had to dispatch a service provider. You can see the service provider's name and the arrival time that was set. Earlier on, we see that the property manager got notified via email immediately when Latchel first received the emergency request.